people, but I like the diversity, and yeah, I'm really proud of you.
Come on.
Yeah, it's like being let into a really like intimate world that is sort of both intimate and like boisterous and super supportive, and I feel like you really communicated basically what this community means to you, and that to be like let in that way is just like, you know, such a privilege really, to be able to, you know, hold that in pages. And yeah, that was just like, there's this kind of warmth and also this kind of sense of like, I know there's things behind this work that are difficult, and being allowed into that is just, yeah, incredible.
Thank you. Lucy?
Yeah, thanks for having me, first and foremost. And I think with the skateboarding community is what I found with Ben, you are all such a beautiful bunch. And I think the love that comes with that, and I've seen it really pull together in times of trauma and crisis, and to open up and like want to talk about it. And the fact that it was such a pinnacle year, I think, for skateboarding in, you know, 2019 when Ben went and we lost, you know, some other amazing people to suicide. For you to have acted on that and document it is something short of incredible. And I was like, you should be so proud of yourself, because there's no way, like, in the midst of trauma that many people could do that, and you did something and you created something amazing. So yeah, it's amazing to be a part of it, and yeah, you should be really proud.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yes.
Our lovely...
Come on.
My friends and publishers of the zine Festival Editions, that's Sam Cashmore, Jodie Wilkins and Lyle Ingram. They couldn't make it today, but they've sent some answers in. So Sam has written in, the work makes me feel happy and hopeful. The fact that Miles has produced such a significant, vital body of work to highlight such an important issue in an ever so elegant way speaks volumes on his character and his maturity as an artist and skateboarder.
Come through.
That's nice, cool. So, question 2, did it evoke any particular memories for you, Alfie?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you documented the events. For example, the Ben Raemers event, that was the last day I spent with Banjo, so that one meant a lot to me. And the Milan ones, yeah, it brings back a lot of memories. Even the ones of you skating Woodford and stuff with Kiefer, that just brings back memories of good sessions and good times. So yeah, for sure.
That was a hard session in particular. Yeah, Antosh.
I mean, I'm quite like outside of a skateboarding experience, I guess. It just, there's that kind of maintenance of like youthful coming togetherness, but also like what I love about skating is the kind of cross-generational stuff as well. And it just made me remember, like, I remember seeing some guys after having done a session, and it's just like, you can tell it's like a 15-year-old and like a 40-year-old, they're all sat together in the park, just like chatting about what they'd just done. I just remember just like seeing that, I was like, that's like such a rare thing to see.
Yeah.
People just chat to each other that equally across those ages. And yeah, you know, kind of evokes like friendship, I guess. Cool.
Lucy?
Yeah, I think like watching it, I think with suicide now is obviously something that I pride myself on really wanting to change and make a change, and losing Ben was really hard because I will always hold some guilt that I couldn't save him, but seeing what you've done and you coming out the other side and making a change is just like an amazing thing. And yeah, it's like the strength that it takes is ridiculous to do that and to be open about it as well, Miles. And I think, yeah, like watching it was, you know, me feeling there's certain things that get brought up every time, and I speak to someone that's lost someone suicide or had suicidal feelings. So it's always hard to hear, and but actually watching that and seeing where you've got to, it just reaffirms that suicide is a preventable death.
Yeah.
And things do get better, and you know, by doing this you're, you know, spreading the exact same message that we are. So yeah, it's beautiful, it's beautiful.
Wow.
Come on.
I'm going to go the other way now. So, Lucy, were there any particular photographs that stood out to you? Why?
So there's two, and they're both up there. So the one with the road was obviously, it's like so simple, but like where it takes you is like something ridiculous. And the fact that you were there at that place, and you just feel it when you're there, when you look at it, and that to me was just a massive thing. You think when you were thinking about your last steps in life there, but then to go back and then to document that, I think is amazing and really powerful in itself. And then like the board with Raemers written on it.
Yeah.
Not just saying.
Yeah, I was.
Like the Raemers thing.
I was almost hesitant to share. It's like, is she gonna like it?
I'm not gonna. Yeah, no. The fact that you use that is really, obviously means absolute heaps and stuff. But that was from the foundation launch. Yeah. And like when obviously Ben passed, I think when he passed, I didn't kind of understand how big he was, I suppose, and how many lives and things that he'd affected. And then when things like the launch, and then we saw people with Raemers everywhere, it just was like, what the hell? And like people, just like random people had written on this board, but that's a big sign of something now that is hopefully going to make a change. And now Raemers is now linked to saving lives, so for me that's a huge thing. So those two.
Thank you.
But all of them are amazing.
I got first. So.
Good time to put it in. There's that like diptych that you've like spread out of the guy who's the skater who's stacked it on the
Keeper.
But then we get towards the end of the volume, you attempting it again. And I love basically like the positioning in the zine is amazing, because the fall is what we see first, and that's like at this kind of middle moment in the book, and then towards the end we're sort of seeing you go back up for it. One, that's something that I really admire about skaters, is this kind of like failure is about, it's all about failure, and how I've just even witnessed, walking past people holding each other for failure is incredible, and the whole world needs to learn those lessons. And I just love that you'd captured those moments and decided to keep them and kind of keep them apart. I just think about like what happens between those pages and those shots, and definitely like leave the zine feeling like there is a point to doing it again.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah. Thank you. Al?
Yeah, same, that front cover, just with the shadows and stuff. And a lot of people, when they write people's names on their board, they keep it straight, but this one's curved, and that's something I've not really seen much of, so yeah, definitely like that one. And there's another one that I only really noticed today looking through it again. There's one with a jumper and it says loved, and I think he's drinking.
Yeah.
And we spoke a lot about suicide and alcohol and how they link together. For a talking point, I think that's a great one to have in